Yo, what is up everyone? This is OJ over here from PlayerEssence and welcome to the PE Nintendo Switch news video. Today we're talking about all things Fire Emblem with the Fire Emblem Direct that's going down tomorrow, January 18th at 2 p.m. Pacific time, 5 p.m. Eastern time. There's going to be a lot of Fire Emblem goodness and I definitely want to talk about that. But before I do get into that, I still see a lot of people coming into my comment section and telling me, how can you only like this? Because there's only 5 games for the Nintendo Switch launch. That's all they have. They haven't shown off enough stuff. Guys, there will be more information revealed on new games and there'll be more of a launch lineup that is not finalized. It's proof because this Fire Emblem Direct was announced after the Nintendo Switch presentation 2017. Nintendo of course said that they have more game announcements to make and they will finalize everything closer to we get to launch. Relax, chill, okay, and just look at the obvious when it comes to Nintendo Switch as far as the launch lineup and different games and different announcements. All those will be coming in the weeks leading up to Nintendo Switch because Nintendo said they would be. So chill out, guys. But anyway, let's go ahead and get right into this Fire Emblem Direct that's going to be going down. What are they going to be talking about? Obviously, Fire Emblem Warriors, the collaboration between Koei Tecmo, W-Force, Team Ninja, and of course Nintendo is going down. That is going down. It is going to be amazing. They didn't show off much of it at the Nintendo Switch presentation 2017 because I think they really wanted to focus on it on this one here. Now, what else could they be showing? Well, we do have the word of the Fire Emblem mobile game. That could be something that launches alongside or pretty soon here. But there was also a new rumor that Fire Emblem Revelations or a compilation would be coming to Nintendo Switch because of the source code on the site. However, that has somewhat been debunked, as I guess there was an error within the code or something like that. But I do think, personally, I think that we could see a Fire Emblem game announced for the Nintendo Switch. Not just Fire Emblem Warriors, but an actual Fire Emblem game. And it could be a compilation of all the different 3DS Fire Emblem games. What if you got Fire Emblem Fates, Fire Emblem Birthright, and Fire Emblem Revelations all on one cartridge like they did with the Special Edition, but on the Nintendo Switch with some enhanced graphics? I think that could be pretty freaking cool. Or maybe they even include Fire Emblem Awakening. They include all the DLC. There's so many different things that they can do. But there could be an announcement for a brand new Fire Emblem game on the Nintendo Switch where we have all new characters, where we have great HD graphics, and it's not based off of the 3DS or anything. So there's so many different possibilities from the smartphone game. Obviously, we're going to see more on Fire Emblem Warriors for the Nintendo Switch, and I'll talk about that in a bit. But I think we could get the first tease, maybe a teaser trailer for the next mainline Fire Emblem game in the franchise. Now, going back to Fire Emblem Warriors, I think this is going to be a very important game, not only for here in North America, but also for Japan. Because remember, Zelda is not as big in Japan as it is in the western parts of the world, but Fire Emblem is bigger in Japan and is gaining popularity in the West. So I think this is a very big and key game for Nintendo pertaining to worldwide sales. But I think one thing that they're definitely going to have to do as far as stepping up their game from Hyrule Warriors is making sure the local multiplayer and there's online multiplayer. That was one of the big things I felt kind of held the title back just a little bit. The local multiplayer was weak and it kind of just bogged down just because the Wii U just wasn't strong enough to kind of run what they're trying to do with all the enemies on screen. But with the Nintendo Switch, I think they can really make that better, and the possibilities for 4-player co-op local in addition to some online play. I think Hyrule Warriors has a ton of great modes, but it would be really nice to be able to romp through those with online multiplayer, and I think that's where the game just felt a little short. With this, with Nintendo charging for online, obviously multiplayer is going to be a thing. Online is in other Dynasty Warriors type of games, so I think it's definitely going to be added into this and it would benefit greatly. Imagine playing through with some of your favorite Fire Emblem characters in history with your friends. I mean, that would just be dope. Even if it was just 2 players, that would be fine. I don't mind picking up Chrom, picking up Lucina, Roy, or Ike, all of my favorite characters in Fire Emblem history, and romping through some of the challenge maps or all the different content that was in Hyrule Warriors. If they brought over that breadth of content into the Nintendo Switch, just imagine that. I think it would be super fun. Hyrule Warriors is one of my favorite games on the Wii U. It's really addictive. You can put a lot of hours into it, but with Fire Emblem, there's a lot more, in my opinion, that you can do because of the history of the franchise And because of how the franchise just operates with the RPG mechanics, with the different weapons that they have, Zelda is obviously very interesting and it was great. But Fire Emblem to me has more horizons just because it's more similar, I guess, just in tone and look, not in actual gameplay as far as Dynasty Warriors. It's more similar to that as far as what they do. So I do think that Fire Emblem could be a very intriguing Warriors type of game, and I guess that's why they're freaking doing it, because it is that. So I can't wait to see more. Obviously, it's going to be tomorrow. Let me know what you guys think about all of this news. Links in the description below. Alright guys, that wraps it up for this video here. Go ahead and hit that like button if you did like it. Lets me know you guys want more content like this going forward in the future. And subscribe to PlayerEssence for more news, reviews, trailers, tips and tricks, and everything in gaming. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you guys for the next video. Peace!